Oh, what is up, Teach Better family? It is Jeff, and you can tell that is not Dave Schmittou. That is the one and only Katie Miglin there. I didn't even hide it in the title. Like, I straight up put that was Katie's. I'm like, that'll bring in more people if they know Katie's here and not Dave. So I'm here. Katie's here. It's Wednesday, July 28th today. It's 5 o'clock Eastern time, which means it's brain break time. So jump in the comments. Let us know where you're at. Where are you listening, watching from, listening from? What are you taking a break from? What's going on? Are you back in school yet? Are you still on summer? I don't even like the word break, but we'll call it summer break. Or are you in like the PD days right before school? Like, what's going on? Are you buying supplies yet? Did I accidentally randomly buy you supplies on Amazon? We can talk about that too. That was a fun couple days. But stick with us. Grab a drink, grab a snack. Join us in the comments. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. Katie, it's already working. You're here, and we right now we have 30,000 people watching.
It's weird.
Oh, shoot, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, it's
similar. It's
a little bit shy of that, but it's close. It's very close. Yeah. Very close to that. I want you to feel the 30,000 there. But Carrie's here, so like this is a fun pairing. Yeah, that's like
it's an interesting way to put it.
Like white wine and fish, or like
I think so. I think so.
All right, good. I'm here there. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Alex is up. Well, hey there. Well, they there. Alex, come on, man. Watch the typing, brother. And hi, Jeff. He only gets the smart comment because he put me in parentheses. Oh, right. Look who it is. Look who it is. Mr. Schmittou. Dave had a little something to take care of. He's got some people that need his attention. And I said, you know what? Opportunity knocks.
Thank you, Dave, for having
here it is. Livia, awesome to see you. Hello. Can I give a shout out to Livia and Carrie, who are both here with us? I spent pretty much a good chunk of my day editing the videos for a course that they're doing. It's an exclusive course for our awesome guest bloggers over at teachbetter.com. And this is going to be like the orientation, like the onboarding. And it doesn't just cover the basics of like how to actually blog with us, but they loaded it with like all sorts of tips and tricks and ideas to like just be better blogging and stuff. So, and they made it super easy on me. So I truly always appreciate that. Nice. Mr. Heller, how are you, sir? I think Mark got to hang out. I don't know if Mark saw Chad today or not. Chad's in Mark's district today.
Ooh, fun.
Hi, Brianna. Good to see you. Me too, Dave. That's why I'm here. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate you fixing that, buddy. That's good stuff. Hey, I thought it'd be fun. Last Wednesday with Dave, I did this. I pulled up just random conversations, started questions for him, and I wanted to see how many we could get through. We got through like 47. I think we might have cheated, but we're going to say we got through 47.
That makes sense.
I have never looked at them. I have no idea what they are. I'm just going to go in order. Like I'm not like screening them at all. We're going to see how many we get through, and hopefully that'll spur some conversations and stuff.
I like
thanks, Dave. You like
Jeff,
how what?
This is a big deal. This is your birthday eve.
Tomorrow. So fun story. I got a text this morning. I don't know what time, early this morning from Rob Breyer. It says, "Happy belated birthday, brother." And I'm like, that's some sort of like crazy next level, like productivity, like hack where he's telling me happy belated birthday 2 days before it would be belated.
Maybe his goal was to like be a week.
Well,
early.
So today is Robert Breyer's birthday.
Right.
And Rob, for whatever reason in his mind, thought that my birthday was the day before, not the day after. But it was a fun exchange. So happy birthday to Rob Breyer.
Happy birthday.
There's other birthdays today too, and I just forgot whose they are. Someone else's birthday is going on today. I saw someone posted somewhere. I'm sure there's a lot of birthdays. So happy birthday to everyone that has birthday.
I'm going to guess that there's a few people born on this day.
But not like on my birthday, it was only one.
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
Well, and my cousin.
Well,
I have a cousin that was born like 8 years after me the same day. Yeah, so tomorrow's my birthday. Yeah.
any big plans?
I'm gonna work,
Wow.
and that's probably it. I don't have much of a plan now.
Like
I
you're unfurling anything? I know you gave up like everything that would be, sweet for a birthday, but
well, no, I don't. I can still have pie, and I can still have cake. Actually,
I thought
I
you gave
can't.
up cupcakes.
I gave up cupcakes. I can have cake. It's very specific. My reason for giving up cupcakes is because my wife makes cupcakes all the time, so I can't eat them. But it's very rare that we ever have cake in the house.
So you would have one? Are you more of a cake or a pie person if you had to pick for your birthday?
Ooh, for my birthday, I probably would pick cake. Most things I like. I love apple pie.
Oh yeah.
So like I'd be like that would be an acceptable substitute.
Okay.
But I would typically, we probably won't do a cake. I don't know. Amy might show up with a cake. We'll see, but I won't. I don't know. Yeah, the things I cut out of my diet are typically either because they like harm me in the sense of like they like hit my stomach funny, or because there's a problem. And there was a problem with cupcakes.
I get that.
And my wife, the way she does her cupcakes, she's like, "Hey, I need 30 cupcakes, so I'm going to make 172 just in case." And then I eat the other, whatever that difference is. That number is what I eat.
Yeah.
Maybe allowing the kids to have one. So anyway, that's the only. Look at that. Andrea knows what's going on here.
Good job, Andrea.
Dave is correct. That is absolutely correct.
Happy birthday.
All right, Alex, I'm going to need you to tell me what exactly that is.
Oh, I know what this is. It's a cake in the shape of a cupcake.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
Yeah, but I think that's a question.
My wife will make it sometimes where she designs it's like a picture, like a horse, like she did a horse, but then it's iced all over. So it's actually cupcakes, but it looks like one big cake. So I don't know what Alex is going for.
But I think his question is, would you eat it if it's a giant cupcake? Is it
as long as it's not cupcakes?
But it's the shape of a cupcake.
But that's not a cupcake. Like a cupcake is like that's a cake shaped like a cupcake, which isn't a cupcake. It's a cake shaped like a
sure. Sure.
The same as a cake shaped as a shoe is not a shoe. You're not eating a shoe. You're eating a cake. It's just
okay.
Shaped like a shoe.
I don't think that's the same at all.
It's the same thing.
I'm with Brittany all the way. Ice cream cake. All the way.
I'm a little lactose intolerance here. So ice cream cake I love it, but I try to stay away from that. So, take the cupcake out of the cup. Problems. Andrea is she's
smart. We gotta keep her around.
She's very smart. Yeah, so Dave kept trying last week. He was working hard. So everything we talked about, he was flipping into questions on me because Dave's good at that.
Right. Exactly.
I wouldn't let him do it. So that was Dave's not letting you get out. I thought you were too, but I figured, yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'll have ice cream. My lactose intolerance has come way down from what it was. So I can, because I cut it because I don't drink milk anymore. I haven't drank milk in well over a decade, if not longer, which is bad because I just used to pound milk. I'm convinced that I used to drink so much milk that I made myself lactose intolerant. I'm not sure if that's actually how that works, science, but that's where we're at. So, all right, let's get into some questions here.
Okay.
You have peanut allergy, Alex? That sucks. I love peanuts. I have a big thing of peanuts. Oh, my daughter Jacqueline despises peanut butter.
Who despises peanut butter?
My daughter Jacqueline. So much so that if I were to eat a single peanut and then go talk to her within the next half hour, she'd be like, "Oh, Dad." That's bad. Funny. So much so that it's actually become if she gets hurt, I'm like, we can't, she's not actually injured, but she's crying and trying to get her to feel better. Yeah. Instead of getting ice, I go get the thing of peanut butter and put it on her leg. And it works every time because it's hilarious. So much so that now my son does that too. So anyway.
Man, there are some strong emotions about lactose and milk and peanut allergy. Man.
I don't know. Because I used to when I was younger, when I was a teenager in early 20s, I had this 44-ounce cup that was my milk cup. Ew. And I would drink that with breakfast, with lunch, with dinner, at night, just everything. In fact, when I managed a Caribou Coffee for a while. If you don't know Caribou, they used to be around everywhere, kind of like a Starbucks. And I was manager, so I ordered everything. I would order extra milk because I would pound so much milk while I was there because it's part of my benefits. Yeah, it was bad, and that's where I started. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever.
Gross.
Anyway, folks with peanut allergies can't it kill them. Folks who are lactose intolerant are like, life is short, pass me ice cream. Yeah, that's
true though.
That is true. Liv, you can't handle caffeine. Like, do you just bounce off the walls, or like it doesn't mess you up like a headache?
Oh my gosh, Liv, I feel like sometimes I should not. I need to be like cut off from caffeine because it's kind of a problem.
I'm probably gonna have a cup of coffee after this, and I've already had several. So, all right, let's talk about other things that you feel really quick. Question 48 on my list of 250 random conversation starters. This is like a thing that's like the whole premise or the feel, like it feels like it's what you were supposed to do. Like if you were like nervous on a first date or like the first time meeting someone, these are some of the things which is crazy when you think about like some of the ones we went through. But this one is, what is something that really annoys you but doesn't bother most people? Ooh. You can't say Jeff because it bothers most people.
The not bothering most people is what's throwing me. I think
nothing weird that annoys you.
Chomping loudly, like I don't
chewing loudly.
Yeah, I don't want to hear what you're eating.
Yes, yeah, because I'd say like I don't know that bothers me. It might if it's like someone like if you and I like work together all the time and you chew loudly, it might eventually get to me.
Yeah.
But I don't think. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know why. Maybe I chew loudly and that's why I don't care.
I don't know. Ugh.
Huh. Interesting. Liv, there's a great blog over at teachbetter.com. It talks about giving up caffeine for a month. I'm not going to read it, Alex. I actually blocked that. I blocked the entire site on my computers because I didn't want to see that nonsense. I don't need that negativity in my life. Question number 49. What word or saying from the past do you think should come back? That's a good one.
Oh, man. That should come back? Wait, did any of these great sayings ever leave? I guess maybe I'm just dated. Oh, I don't know. I need ideas. Throw in the chat.
Jump in the chat. What's a phrase or a word that like isn't cool anymore? Like you might still say it, but it's not like cool anymore that you think needs to come back. Get out of town. Yeah. We have a version of that. It's like if you don't like it, just leave. But that's a whole political thing, so we won't go there. Or
the Full House, cut it out.
Oh, cut it out. Oh yeah, I like that one.
For the record, Andrea, I don't think you're a dork. She said
no, I don't think you're a dork either. Nope. Alex, no one ever said that. That never came, let alone come back.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I think. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think because I'm like, anything I say, like, I might not even realize isn't actually cool anymore.
Right. That's where I'm like, is there things that I should stop?
I mean, I call everyone dude. I'm pretty sure that's not been cool for a long time. So hopefully that comes back, like that whole thing. But anyway.
Yeah.
What's, I mentioned this in the comment. I'm sorry. I'm straying from my questions because I'm curious. Where are you at as far as starting back at school? Are you back yet or when do you start? I know I just asked you this the other day, but I don't remember what you answered.
I didn't go back until August 16th.
Oh, that's all 16. Is that when students or you go back?
So I go back. I have like a meeting early August, but it's just like a half day leadership meeting. And then we have institute or building planning meetings on the 16th and the 17th. And then kids start on the 18th.
Gotcha. Hey, in the comments, do me a favor, everyone, drop in the comments. Let us know when do you start back in your classroom or in your building. And while you're at it, if you can, whatever you're on, like share this this feed with someone.
Yeah.
That needs to come in and hang out and answer these questions with Katie and I.
Yeah. Help me out. Help me with some of these because apparently they're harder than I thought.
Can we get like no one's on YouTube right now? What is going on with that? Like we always where's Danielle? Danielle always represents YouTube. Someone go tag Danielle. Get Danielle in here. All right. I'm gonna throw in random questions about the new upcoming school year with this stuff.
Okay. About school year. Got it.
Speaking of the birthday boy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. 29 years old today. 29 years old, Rob is. Yes. So happy birthday, Rob. I hope you're eating cake or something. 50. Oh, this is interesting. This is much deeper than I thought we would go. But number 50 is how should success be measured? And by that measurement, who is the most successful person you know?
Oh my gosh, Jeff, this is brain break. This is intense.
Yeah, that's a little okay. We're gonna go past that one. Let's get
Haven't
past
we
that one.
had this conversation though? Like, how do you measure success anyway? And it's like, it's not answerable.
I mean, you can answer, but there's the problem is there's not one answer.
Right.
Like, there's
That's
so
what I
many
mean.
ways. You know what I mean? There's so many ways to measure it. More importantly, number 51. What is your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. Ooh. Probably reality TV.
I agree, Marie. That a little heavy. We're not going there. I'm done with this.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you.
Marie's poolside right now.
I think like reality TV-ish, or just like.
Oh, okay. Who's your go-to reality TV? Like, are you like a Real Housewives?
So we got rid of cable, and while it might have been the best choice for me in my personal free time, I have not watched any like new episodes. But yes, I was like a Real Housewives, Teen Mom, all those
Really?
like
wow, the bad ones.
Oh yeah,
like the real. I mean, yeah. Wow. All right.
yeah.
But that's one of those things I also say. I'm like, oh, the real bad ones. But I'm like, look, if you're entertained by them, then who am I to say that they're bad? Like, there's a lot of stupid stuff I watch too. Like,
yeah, I feel like now that we don't have cable, I realize like maybe my life is better without them.
It's similar. That's how I feel about Dave.
Oh,
like I'm here and I'm like, huh, maybe my life is a little bit better without him. And I think everyone probably agrees. It's probably true.
No,
what is going on right here? Jeff on painkillers he's on oh wow, Mark, jeez. He's saying he's on painkillers and listen to me on painkillers apparently as an experience. I'm not sure what that means. But we're moving on to question number 52. Was there ever an event in your life that defied explanation outside of this one? Like something mysterious, or like that you're like, I can't even explain that. Like, which is a stupid question, because if you can't explain it, then why would I ask you about it? Oh man, the people at conversationstartersworld.com need to get their stuff together.
Okay,
well, literally what this site is called, by the way.
I might have an answer. I broke my thumb on a chalkboard.
How did you break your thumb on a chalkboard?
Requires explanation. I was very clumsy.
No, the question was defies. Like,
defies.
Meaning like you can't explain it.
Oh,
but yeah. I would like you to explain that regardless. We're going here now. This is where we're at. We went, we hit the fork and we're just going through the middle of it.
Okay. Yeah. We're making our own path. Well, I was very clumsy as a kid, and I was skipping in one of my classrooms growing up, and I jammed it into the chalkboard ledge.
How old were you?
Like, I don't know, maybe 10.
Which hand?
I think it was this one. So my right.
I want to make sure everyone realizes she was like, oh, this is my left.
No, so I broke a lot of fingers when I was growing up.
Really?
Yes, I've broken 8 bones. So I had to think like which one was in a cast. It wasn't I know my right and my left. I was just thinking which one was like not working.
I only broke one bone ever. Oddly enough, it was my thumb. I was older. I was playing hockey, and puck was in the air, and I went to like catch it to bring it back down, and a kid high stick slashed me and just snapped it.
Did you have surgery?
No, because my parents literally never found out that did not find out that I broke my thumb until I was about 25 when I was telling them secrets. I went off. He obviously got penalty, and then at the end of the period, we were in the locker room, and our team doctor checked me. He's like, "Coach broke his thumb," and my coach was literally like, "Suck it up," and like that was it. And I didn't want to, because if I did that, I would have done. I would have been out for the season.
Right.
It was my senior year, and so we wrapped it up, tied it. After that, we convinced the doctor to just like tell me how to wrap it. So I had ace bandage. I just wrapped it every morning. It was my left hand, so I write with my right, so it was okay. And it's good. So anyway, Rob breaks everything all the time, apparently. Yeah, Rob was just telling me earlier he's got to get more stuff. Like, if anybody can tell me what Alex is referencing, why this reference is funny, I'm going to give you a Teach Better shirt. Because which chances are you already have one if you know this. This goes back, I think, to the very first 12 hour. It's a story from being up in Canada with the guys who go up and close and stuff. Alex brings it up all the time. Anyway, moving on.
Let's do a lighter question.
What's that?
Like a lighter question.
This is probably not going to be a lighter one. Number 53 is, if you could learn the answer to one question about your future, what would the question be? Which, by the way, this is a great question for the comments. If you could learn the answer to any one question about your future, what would that question be?
Where will I be located?
Like when? Like that changes literally. Yeah, but like in 10 minutes, that answer might be the living room.
No, I mean like city. Am I gonna like be in Bloomington, Illinois forever? Am I going to like have like?
So is the question about where you're going to live when you're in 15 years, or like where are you going to retire, or where what? Like
any of the above.
Yeah, you got to work on your questioning skills. You're not going to get the answer you want. Have you ever watched like any movie or show ever with a genie where you don't give the right answer and they turn you into the wrong thing? Bamboozled, but with any of that stuff?
I'm not with a genie. Ooh, Andrea, no. I will not be moving north. There's cold, snow. I don't know, Dave. Apparently, I get all the deep, like, hard questions. You're obviously going to be up soon.
So oddly enough, I said something about so Dave had this thing come up, and his wife Rachel actually offered to come on in his place. I'm like, I love that idea, because we're gonna make that happen at some point. We're working on that. But my worry was, I'm like, last week was just me drilling questions at Dave, and I'm like, so it was a little Dave heavy, so I don't want to do all Dave stuff again this week. I said, I'm like, maybe we can get into like one of our deeper conversations, find something fun to talk about, or just have a good time. Well, then this came, so you're kind of feeling all that. Like you're really bringing it today. Like Dave, I think the answer is yes.
Dave, I want to know, were your questions this intense?
A couple of them got intense. Rob wants to know what he's going to be doing when he's growing up. Rob, I really don't care what it is. I just hope it's working with me at somewhere down the line. This really is Brittany's question. This is not surprising at all. I think, Brittany, if I had to guess, I know that's not what we're doing. I bet you get Scott to say yes to 10.
10?
I don't know that you should, but if you don't know Brittany and Scott, they're the most adorable couple in the entire world.
I agree with that.
And I think Scott's just that level of husband where he'll be like, yeah, we can do 10.
Well, what about like space?
They'll get a bigger house.
Oh, okay. So that's also in this like
somewhere out. Yeah, I'm assuming Brittany probably has a dream house of like a mansion that's got like 7 rooms that are just for dogs. That's just me guessing.
Yep.
Brittany, don't listen to Rob.
I like how he originally said he was getting off, but then must have heard your comment and had to make sure that was clear.
Yeah, your family can wait. We're in an important conversation right now. All right. Number 54, has anyone ever saved your life? Funny enough, last week we talked about the time that I got to save someone's life.
Okay. I don't know that it was as extreme as saving life. It felt life-saving in the moment. So I did, what are those like race called? They're like mud runners, or, those like races where
like the Tough Mudder races and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. It was like whatever the lowest level was, like the 5K.
Okay.
Like some of them are like go 10K, or, they're like much more intense.
Yeah.
Like,
so you did it. Okay.
Yes. So it was my husband and 2 of our friends, and we're running, and, we're doing this, and none of us had trained. Okay. We were like barely in shape at best. So we get to this part, and it's water, and it's literally just surrounded with buoys. Well, it's all like, oh, see, there you go. Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your story. Sorry. You're in the water, there's buoys. What happened?
So there's like buoys, but it's just a piece of water. It's just like a pond lake thing. Mm-hmm. And everybody has to swim across it. Well, I'm a terrible swimmer, but also mind you that there's like big guys who are also doing the same race. So I am like trying to get to the edge so that I can just like nonchalantly shimmy my way across. And all these people are just using my head as buoys. And so I'm like, I'm dying. I'm dying. This is
They're
it.
pushing you under the water.
Yes, because they like, you're just trying to go fast. And so I just like had accepted, like, this is it. This is how I'm going out. I'm covered in mud and I'm like in this race. Luckily, one of our friends saw it and she just like took me and yanked me like forward over all these people. And
How deep was the water?
I couldn't.
Like, okay, so you had you legit had to swim. You couldn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us knew that. I think we thought, it would be like kind of deep, but no.
Yeah.
It was bad. So I guess that's as good as it gets.
So I had not similar at all, but similar in my head because it was involved water and thinking I was going to drown. So a couple years after, just after graduation of high school, a group of us guys would go down and get a beach house and we did for 4 years. And the first year, went to Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina, and the next island south is Sunset. And I've been going to Ocean Isle for most of my life. And during low tide, there was times where you could walk all the way to Sunset. So there's lots of times where the intercoastal in between the two wasn't that far. So the first year, we swam across the intercoastal over to Sunset and back.
Okay.
It was a decent swim. We were also, 17, 18 years old. So the second year we go and we did it, but we did it at high tide. So it was a pretty long swim.
Right.
And we didn't do it. We didn't look at the tides or nothing because the current was wicked. It was bad. And there's like 18 of us going across and we're all struggling. And I'm having this moment where I'm hearing all my buddies struggle. And I'm not going to make it. I'm dead tired. I'm way too far away. And I'm like, I'm having this panic attack in my head and I'm starting swimming harder, which is not the right thing to do. I looked to my right and 3 of my buddies just literally just standing up. It was like a Robin Hood moment, Prince thing. And I look and they're at a little sandbar. I'm not quite there, but I literally had to go about 5 feet that way and I was fine. And someone saved their lives. There's a couple guys, the family that were jet skiing, and they're like, "You guys want a ride back?" So we just hung onto a jet ski and went back. But it was crazy. My buddy Jason was he was swimming back paddle on his what's that's not the word, back paddling. What is it when you swim on your back? What is that? Yeah. Backstroke? Whatever.
Yeah, backstroke.
But he got off side and was just going out to the ocean more, and he's just going the wrong way. Anyway, it was crazy, interesting time. The only one who didn't struggle at all was our buddy Mike, who always had extremely bad asthma, but he was just David Hasselhoff in it across and stuff. It was a crazy, weird moment. Thank you, Backstroke.
Backstroke. Back
to you. Your stories are more important to me. This one, this is good.
Okay.
Number 55. And if any of them are in the audience, they're not allowed to comment. Well, actually, maybe they can comment. What benefit do you bring to the group of friends when you hang out with them? So I'm thinking of your girls' night. What's the benefit you bring?
I think I'm kind of the honest one. I mean, I'm not thinking just our social. I'm thinking our friendship. Hi, Mike. I'm the honest one. I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm going to tell if you have something in your tooth, things like that.
So does that mean Ray isn't honest and wouldn't tell you if you had
No, I think they are, but we literally this is funny you asked this because she just texted a GIF. I don't remember what was on it.
We're having Kyle and Andrew on next time.
Yep, yeah. Sign him up. We just had this conversation and it was what is our who take? Oh, it was the little the emotions from the movie. What's that movie? Angry and
Inside Out.
Inside Out, yes. And so she sent us a GIF of that and she said, "Who's angry?" And because we were laughing, and I was like, "Well, I guess I'm the most blunt, so maybe me."
You're angry. What is Ray? Where's Ray at on that?
What are the emotions? We the one that's the happiest.
There's anger. There's joy. There's the one who's always worried about everything. There's sadness. Then there's the guy who's always worried. What is that one? And then the stuck up teenager type one. What is that?
Right?
I don't know. Now I have to look it up. Hold on 1 second.
I know there's joy.
Emotions and Inside Out.
If anybody has watched it, feel free to.
Joy, sadness, anger, fear. Oh, fear and disgust. So were you anger?
I guess. But wait, what are they? Fear?
Joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust. Ray was disgust, wasn't she?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Interesting.
Huh. I guess, okay, what do you guys think? Drop in the comments. What do you think Ray Hewart is?
Ray joy? Is she sadness? Is she anger? Is she fear? Or is she disgust?
Also, is disgust an emotion? That seems weird.
Disgust? Yeah, you can be disgusted by something.
Right, but that is like an emotion. Like I don't live in the world of disgust. Like I can just.
But it's an emotion you can have. You don't live in a world of sadness, do you?
But like, okay, doesn't disgust seem like so temporary? Like when you were saying you drink like 1,000 ounces of milk, like it disgusted me, but I. Like,
but that was an emotion you had, emotional reaction.
Yes.
Like fear doesn't stay around for fear. I guess it depends on the fear. Well, but so could disgust. Like.
I guess, yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Interesting question. Let's move on to more important questions.
Okay.
How often do you curse, and what's your go-to string of curse words?
Was it
I don't think we can say that. I don't think we're allowed to say that on here. Let's go to 57.
Yeah.
What trends did you follow when you were younger? Oh, like when you were in high school and stuff. Like, what were the trends that you did that you look back and you're like, oh man.
Okay, so I should preface this answer with.
It wasn't that long ago?
No, it was. But I went to a private school my entire life. So what like normal trends were happening in the world?
They were different.
That I didn't even know they existed. Like I owned one pair of jeans most of my life. So, but I had stirrups. Growing up, I think people know what stirrups are. You know, they're like the pants that have the extra around your heel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Andrea, I know you know what stirrups are.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
So I wore those pretty much, I think, longer than I should have. You know, I feel like the normal like hairstyle, messy bun, sports look. I don't know. I had my first, yes, thank you, Andrea. She gets it. I had the first color cell phone in my family.
Is that a trend?
No, I don't know. Cell phone.
Interesting.
I don't know. What are trends? Like,
I don't know. I did I had, called them bibs. They were overalls that you'd leave one side down.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did those. There was a period where I may or may not have worn mine backwards for a little while because the crisscross was the thing. I did the ponytail with the rubber band that guys were doing, and then the part down the middle with the long hair.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Definitely did I did the wear a beeper around because you thought it was cool back in the day. Well, that was before cell phones. They weren't cool. They were never cool.
I never understood them. I just thought they were a waste of time.
They were never cool. This is good. What this is number 58. What do you fear is hiding in the dark?
Always spiders.
Always spiders. Okay.
Yes. They're the worst.
Yeah. I'm not sure I don't know what I think of. I don't know. Anyway, 59. What was the best period of your life so far? What do you think will be the best period of your entire life? I mean, that's already this one that you get to work with me, so we'll move on to number 60. What do you do to improve your mood when you are in a bad mood, which is go live with Jeff, so we'll move on past that. What is the silliest fear you have? Yeah, don't worry, I did this to Dave too. Go on.
Oh,
silliest fear. We're having number 61 right now. Nice job.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Silliest fear you have, and I'd love to see this in the comments too. So what is the silliest fear you have? What's something that you're afraid of that's just like, really?
Oh man, I do have one. I have to think of what it is. Oh, okay, this isn't necessarily a fear. It's like a silly like thing that caused like I can't handle people eating alone. I don't like watching them eat alone. I don't. I actually had this conversation with Chad.
What does it do to you? Like
I literally cannot focus. I just build up this story that they like people eat alone.
Like you feel bad for them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like it doesn't like annoy you. Like you feel bad and you can't not.
I cannot not. Like we've had to leave restaurants because I like in my eyesight, all I can see is like people sitting alone. Oh my gosh, Liv, that's
fine. That's not silly me. I fear that too.
Right. That's like real.
Gold plated if it happens, but so you it's not a fear, but that is an interesting thing. I think what my silliest fear is.
I don't know.
I don't even know what it would be. I'm pretty sure I'm afraid of clowns. But I'm pretty sure that came after it. So Like,
That's an interesting, like,
I think
as
that's
an adult.
but not really clowns. I'm afraid of like I'm actually more afraid of like some. So here's what I'm afraid of. You know, like a few years back, there was like that craze where like the clowns were going out and people were like literally getting like terrified. People were like
Yes.
terrifying people on videos. One of my fears is that that's going to happen, and I'm going to go, "You're just some idiot on the internet," and they're going to kill me. And I'm gonna be like, "Well, that was stupid." I'm going to look down, you know, and be like, "Well, maybe you should have ran. Just be the internet meme, dude. Get out of there," you know." But
like once you're dead, then there's no longer the fear because you'll.
That's true. There's just the regret and embarrassment. If
in
you
that,
believe in afterlife.
In that 4-second moment where you realize it's.
If you believe in anything after life, there would be that in that world, whatever that world looks like for you. Otherwise, no. I'm just yeah, see, I like to say all of his have like legit fear, a legit thing. Because I'm afraid of spiders, and I think that's silly because they're this big.
Oh, I can't.
Like big things, don't get me wrong. It's like a big. Here's why I think my spider one's silly is because in the same day, I might see a spider down here, and I'll get on a piece of paper and take it outside and like let it free.
No.
But then like an hour later, I might see it and it gets underneath the thing, and I'll go empty a bottle of like killer spray underneath because I'm freaking out. Like I think it's silly because it's so inconsistent.
Oh, I will never save their lives. I know I should. I'm sorry, but nope. Spiders, nope. Yes, okay, Brittany. I agree. If what you can't see, that it means it's not there. If you can't see it.
What are you, 2?
I mean,
peekaboo, like
no, but you know, like, okay, when my husband used to travel, and I'd like have these irrational thoughts, like someone could be in the basement. So what did I do? I would just stay upstairs because in my
don't go upstairs, yeah,
it's like
because if they're waiting down there for you and you don't go down there, they're like they don't want to make a move too quick because they blow their cover, so they're not going to come out.
Right, but
they'll eventually just starve and die, and then you'll be safe, right? I mean, that's
I think it's all just kind of a silly fear.
Anyway, that one that has the word die in it. That's super.
Nope.
Number 63. What's the best room in your house and why? That's a little lighter. We'll go a little lighter.
Yeah. Best room in my house. It's a new thing. It's
Brittany's gonna start listing all the fears she has.
Brittany, I feel like you and I could have a long conversation about our mannerisms because they seem very similar. We just redid our dining room, and it's like a little sitting room, and it's like
nice.
Probably the I don't know, most modern, trendiest thing in our house, and it's just it's fun. I drink my coffee in there in the morning. Oh. But I would say outside, 1,000%. But I don't know. I would say my room will always be outside, but I don't. I mean, is that a room?
That's not a room,
right?
No,
but
that's the outside.
Okay. Well,
I mean, it's a space. But I don't think it would be considered a room. 64. Who is someone popular right now that you really like? Why do you like them so much? Like, is there any like hit new star or a pop star or anything like that you're like, I actually really like this, and I don't know why this is a question.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people, like anyone who seems genuine.
Oh, anyone who seems genuine. That's the
like someone who's not just one way on camera. So like
you're talking about.
You're talking about people, right? Like Chip and Joanna Gaines. They seem like genuine people. Joe, absolutely not. If we're going to go the other extreme, that is a person I cannot stand.
You don't like Taylor?
No.
What about Teddy Swims?
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know Teddy Swims? Set the bed on fire? Oh. Look him up. If you don't know Teddy Swims, look up Teddy Swims. He's a musician. He's awesome.
Why am I not surprised that you picked someone with music?
He's someone who's like super, like, I think maybe he's not even popular. I don't know. Popular, I know on TikTok, like that. I know he's blowing up on there, but I'm like, oh man, I really like this guy. Like,
well, what do you like about him?
I like his voice and his style of music.
Okay, but like, so my definition of liking someone is liking them as a person, not what their talents are.
Yeah, but you don't know Chip and what the Gaines.
I'm borderline really good friends with them.
No, you don't know them at all. Like, you don't know them in any way, shape, or form. Like,
they have kids and they have a farm and they like to garden.
Yeah. And they have a show where they entertain people, and everything they do is potentially or not, or everything you see is legit them. My thing is like, so your definition of like, you can't possibly put them in because you don't actually know them. You like what you think you know about them.
Well, fair.
Same thing with Taylor Swift. If you're going by that definition, you could hang out with her and actually find out she's the nicest person you've ever met. The question was just who you like that's popular right now. Well, Taylor Swift's popular, you don't like her. Chip
It's true.
and whatever Gaines. What's their name? Chip and who?
Chip and Joanna.
Joanna. Thank you. She's got the cooking show now, didn't she? With her big
Yeah, I
fancy
think so.
kitchen and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
Ooh,
on something.
yes.
Yeah.
Thomas Rhett. Yep, I agree, Brittany.
Thomas Rhett. Yeah, he seems cool too.
He seemed, again, like a genuine person.
Where's the best place to take a date? Ooh, that's interesting.
Best person to take a date. Well, let me go back to my
I'm gonna skip number 66. Do you have one? I figured
I like really get invested in thinking of an answer and then you skip it. We can skip it. I don't know, a restaurant.
Whoa.
I know. Carrie and I briefly had this conversation when we met in person, and I love Carrie, still hate Taylor Swift.
What do you not like about Taylor Swift? Out of
She's
curiosity.
very fake, and she brings in young, influential teenagers.
I mean, brings in.
Like, I think her audience is girls. Again, it can be boys, girls, whatever. But I just feel like her audience is girls who like need a strong role model. And every other day she's pushing out a song about a breakup.
Because she had breakups, so that's where she pulls from.
Right. But like, how many breakups in your life do you need?
It's not like you write one song per breakup. You can have a single breakup that leads to a billion songs.
I'm just saying.
I really don't understand how like art works, huh?
Hey, you also have to keep in mind, I work with middle schoolers. So I get the middle school like perspective, and I'm like, oh my gosh, just there are other people in the world besides Taylor Swift. Just saying.
Well, yeah, that's for sure.
We need to move on. Carrie and I might get into
I don't want to cause any issues. So
nope.
What smell brings back great memories?
What smell?
Yeah, like is there a smell that when you smell it, you're like, oh, like that's, I don't know.
I think like a roast. It reminds me of my grandma.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is not. That's much better and warmer. Mine is actually brown sugar and ketchup. You ever done party wienings with brown sugar and ketchup?
Okay.
Because when I was younger, we used to always do New Year's at my parents' house, and my aunt and uncle, my Uncle Mike and Aunt Sandy and cousins would come up from Dayton and spend the night, and my Uncle Mike always made those. So, like I think about those nights and stuff.
Right. Okay,
so,
that makes sense.
I'll make them. Like when we'll do something here. It's been a while, but I make them, and I always get like so excited about it that I make way too much, and then I get sick eating them. But it's because it brings back that memory. So it's interesting how those little things.
I
don't like that one.
Okay, don't do it.
That's too deep.
Yeah, these are deep.
69. What are you best at? Like, what are you best at? What's the thing that you like? You're a talent or a hobby that like you're just really good at that.
I don't know if this is a talent, but like planning and organizing.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Like you should see our downstairs. So we are going on vacation next week, and I have boxes of everything that like these need to go. This is a condo. This is food for the car. This is food for breakfast. This is food. Mm-hmm. Our luggage is all organized, like and labeled. Mom and dad, girls.
Mm-hmm. What makes you nervous?
I don't know. Like what people's thoughts are on things I'm doing, which I know should be an issue that I don't care about, but
yeah, but it's one of the most important things to most people in the world, which
right
shouldn't be, but is
right.
Interesting. Who is the funniest person you've ever met?
My friend Sarah Jessie. She is not like a joke teller, but she's incredibly witty and fast at thinking of things.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What weird, useless talent do you have?
Weird or useless talent? I don't know.
I don't know that I have any. Like, I don't know that I don't have any weird little talent things that I can do that I know of.
No, I don't either.
What are some strange beliefs that some people have? I don't think we need to go there.
Nope.
It literally says under that, be careful with this one though, because they may end up labeling one of your beliefs as strange. Just be ready not to take their answer too personally. Who would be the worst person to be stuck in the elevator with? How about the best person? So the worst person, clearly Taylor Swift. And the best person, Joanna Gaines. Is that
no?
Be stuck in the elevator with her?
Celebrities.
It doesn't say who, like your friend. It says who is like anyone. Who would be the best person or the worst person?
I think someone like I have a strong smell. Someone that smells in some way would be the worst.
Bad. Okay, that'd be the worst. Okay.
And the best would be someone that has that good balance of like, I'll make conversation, but I'm okay if there's awkward silence a little too. Like, I don't want to sit for however long just talking.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of a balance.
I'd like to see in the comments who on the Teach Better team would be the worst to be stuck in an elevator with, and who would be the best to be stuck in an elevator with. You can just put worst name, best name. That'd be great.
Are you prepared for this answer?
I'm always ready.
Okay.
Always ready. Number 75, believe it. When we have a few more to go, 250. What was the best birthday wish or gift you've ever received? What was the best birthday present you ever got?
I got engaged.
That was on your birthday?
It was the day before, so I wasn't prepared for it. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best sitcom, past or present?
Schitt's Creek, without any question.
Wow, you got that quick.
Yeah.
What's currently the best show on TV? I think we can expand that to TV/new streaming, like not something that came out and had to come out in 2021, or still be putting out new episodes in 2021. About that?
I don't know. I'm trying to think what we watched, because we like watch it and then like finish it. You know what I mean? Like we watch all the episodes.
And then you move on to something else, and it's not always the new thing. I don't know what's out new right now.
I don't either.
Stupid question. Wow, we can get deep there. What will be the future of TV shows? We're not going there. How often do you binge? How often do you binge watch shows? Sounds like quite a bit.
No, you know what? Honestly, during summer, no, because we're outside so much. During the school year, I would say my husband and I always like try to have one show we watch together. And so we watch, I would say, about an episode a night. Like right now, we're really into Homeland. Have you seen or heard of Homeland?
I've heard of it, yes.
So like, well, we haven't watched one in a couple weeks because, summer life.
So they're getting like really like specific, like into TV shows and stuff. These are music conversation starters. Ooh, fun. 115. What was the last song you listened to? Not including the Teach Better intro music.
Let me look at my Spotify. Burning Man.
What is it?
Burning Man by Dierks Bentley.
What is your favorite movie soundtrack?
Greatest Showman.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like classical music?
Do I?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
No, never owned like classical music and anything like that.
No. I mean, it can be on, but I don't prefer it.
I always like when people talk about like eclectic CDs. When I'm like, yeah, I have a very eclectic taste. And like, what do you mean by that? If you look at my CD collection, I've literally got Marilyn Manson. I've got multiple Beethoven albums and Mozart, but I also have like Compton's Most Wanted, gangster rap, and Madonna. And I mean, classical.
That's like your background too. Like you were exposed to so many different types of music. I feel like that's where your passion came from.
Yeah. What song always puts you in a good mood? And why is it 22 by Taylor Swift?
It's not that. I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston.
Oh, it's hard not to be in a good mood when that comes on. I'm happy right now just thinking about it.
Exactly.
Oh, geez, come on now. Are there any songs? Well, we know this is probably not true because you're dead inside. Are there any songs that always bring tears to your eyes? Any songs that would invoke tears from you? No,
I don't think so.
What bands or types of music? What music do you listen to when you exercise?
Kind of just a mix. Honestly, I use the Peloton app, so I kind of click on anything. 80s, country. They have like random Broadway runs. I mean, I'm kind of open to whatever. I would say like pop-ish, anything upbeat.
I'm weird when I'm running, like my running mix, like I literally have like there's a couple like ballads on there. Which it's weird, and they're not like upbeat, like there's only a couple of them, but they're like I just really like them. I don't know why.
Yeah. But
I have rock, I've got pop, I've got hip hop, and
I think though sometimes you get like lost in your own thoughts when you're running. So it's like makes sense why you wouldn't necessarily need words.
Well, no, like a ballad, like a love ballad. Like a love song.
Oh, that's not what I thought.
A love song, yeah, like.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Kind of.
I guess now I'm thinking about the one. I think there's only one on there, and there's a couple on there, but I think they're a little more upbeat. And there's two of them that like they have like like the big epic like rise. So I think
Mhm.
there's something in there. But anyway, uh, who was the first band or musician or whatever that you were really into, and do you still listen to them or like them?
I mean, probably. I feel like when I was growing up, it was like the Motown. Like I always listened to like Motown in like car rides. But then the first one that I could make the choice was probably like, 98 Degrees or In Sync. Like where I asked for Christmas, like I want this CD.
You wanted that.
Yeah.
Was it like who reigned over it? Was it NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees? Like who was if you had to go?
I think I was probably more In Sync. Yes, I did have a couple of his CDs actually. Yeah, I think In Sync probably was like just a step up.
Joe, I could totally. I'm thinking I'm gonna add that to my run. I could totally rock that out.
Yeah, Dave Matthews. I would totally do that.
Yeah, I did Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one because I actually don't exactly know. So the question is: records, tapes, CDs, MP3, streaming. Which did you go up on? Because you're you're a decent bit younger than me.
I was CDs mostly.
You had CDs, okay.
Yeah. When I was little, it was tapes.
Yeah, for me it was tapes, and then I'm guessing by the time CDs hit, what was I when CDs? Probably, I got my first CD player when I was like 13, and I remember because I only had enough money to buy one CD with it, so I bought The Offspring because they had just came out. And my brother would make fun of me because I just listened to the same songs over and over. I'm like, I only have one CD. What do you want me to do?
Right.
And so,
okay, but here's the question: did you ever listen to the radio and record on tape?
Oh yeah. I have tapes and tapes and tapes and tapes of that. Heck yeah, you'd wait there forever to record it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the time. Mm-hmm. We had I had a lot of LPs too. I still have a lot of LPs too. Like so, still got a lot of that. That's a record.
I know. We had them when I was like really little. My parents had a player.
This is interesting. These are app conversation starters. So getting back into this year. So what are the best three? I'm gonna flip. What are your favorite apps? The best apps on your phone right now?
Okay, when you say favorite,
the next question is most useful. So like, what are your favorites to do, and then what are the like most useful that are actually like server purpose? So two different questions.
Okay, so like obviously like social media, right? Like those are the ones that I click on the most.
A couple.
Oh, I'm sure there's one.
Your social media are like the best ones that you like.
Well, those are like the most clicked, but like Pinterest, I'm like actually looking at it. Pinterest, Spotify.
Are you looking at your screen time, or what are you looking at?
No, I'm just like looking at because you know how they have like the suggestions.
Gotcha.
The ones we use the most. So I would say probably Spotify, Pinterest, and then like any of the shopping, Target, Walmart, or Amazon.
Gotcha. What are the most useful, like things that actually bring that are productive for you? Serve like
a
purposes beyond entertainment and fun.
Peloton and weather. Mm-hmm. I also have a Bible app. I guess I use that every day too. So
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do app makers do or apps do that really annoys you?
Update.
Which kind of goes along with what's the most frustrating app you've tried?
I don't know about the most frustrating because if I don't like it, I just delete it.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
I would say update, and then they like change the face, and I can't find what I need.
What is something you wish your phone could do?
Oh. I don't know. Can it like do everything?
Yeah, I don't know. Like less. Could it do less, maybe?
Turn off more so that I would leave it alone. I don't know.
What are you most looking forward to this school year? See, I told you I was going to throw that in. I waited a while.
You know what? Honestly, Jeff, I'm excited to have like 30 kids in a classroom. I know that sounds silly, and I'm sure by like October, I'll be like wishing
like 30 kids is too many.
I know, but like, last year was like, that's where the energy was. And I loved, don't get me wrong, I love the small classes. I got to know the kids a lot, but it'll be kind of nice to have like that energy and that like, I don't know. I like honestly kind of forgot how to do classroom management last year because there was like no issues ever. So I'm kind of excited about that sort of a challenge. Gotcha. As silly as it may seem.
What any things that you were, and we talked about this like on the 12-hour live and stuff, but anything that you're bringing from having to be asynchronous and hybrid and virtual and everything that you're going to bring into this year? Like, what's the takeaway that, you know, the silver linings that we talk about?
Yeah. I honestly, like, I feel like last year just taught me to just like go with the flow and not stress, and just, you know, take every day as it is. But I also kind of realized the importance. And I know we like talk about this all the time, like getting to know students, but I think last year it was kind of the reality of like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to teach math. I don't know what, you know, I don't know what my like day to day will look like, but at the end of the day, every day I can get to know the kids. And so I think I realized that that had to be the most important because, you know, I teach math. It's there's a lot of pressure with it. There's a lot of parents who are stressed about it. And so I always feel that I have to like meet the certain expectations. But last year I was like, it doesn't really matter in the general scheme of things. And I think that was helpful. Like as silly as it sounds, I think that was helpful for me.
Yeah, that I think it's taken some of the unnecessary pressure off yourself and the judgment off yourself. Is I hope that I mean, I hope the world, but that's probably not going to happen. But I hope teachers, more importantly themselves, will continue into this year with grace, like for themselves, for the kids too, and everything like that. But for themselves, like, hey, just because we're back to quote unquote normal does not mean I have to have it all figured out again. Because you probably did before. And that was we thought this comes up a lot of times in our administrative mastermind, is that this idea of like, hey, this was hard before the pandemic, so it's still going to be hard. It's not. It's for the first 3 months it might feel easier compared, but then that's going to become reality again, right? Like, and it's going to be like, oh, that's right. This is hard. This is a tough job. Like, so giving yourself, remembering how to give yourself grace, I think is a really good takeaway. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Katie, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah,
taking Dave's place. For everyone watching, if you don't know, on Monday, Daily Drop-In is back. So starting Monday through Friday, every day, 7 a.m. Eastern time. So I will be live on Monday to kick everything off with Ray. Ray's going to be fresh back from vacation and just like basically not even going to sleep after she gets home and just get ready for it. Speaking of Ray, it's like last call right now to get into her August 2nd. So on Monday also starts the intro grid, which right now she just finished up right before she went on vacation. One of those webinar series. The second one's going right now. So make sure you check that out. What's up?
Can I just give a little plug for this?
Good plug.
I did like a similar, it was a couple years ago, but like the intro grid, I didn't realize how important it is to the grid method. Like I just decided to jump into grid method and it totally flopped. And I was like, I don't understand how people do this. But doing the intro grid totally saved it because it like sets the tone for what you're going to do the rest of the year and it saves you. So totally check that out. If you're someone that feels like the grid method isn't necessarily for you, maybe you just need to implement an intro grid.
Yes, that's over at teachbetter.com/summer intro grid. It's the last call for that. And then you also have Dave doing a standards-based grading webinar on August 16th. Let me grab the URL because I was not prepared like I should be.
Come on.
I know. I just don't want to give the wrong one. It is... What do I have? I have it. SBG Summer Webinar. Okay, I had it right in my head. So teachbetter.com/SBG Summer Webinar. So that's happening August 16th, so you can get in for that. But last call for Rays. Hopefully we'll see you all on Monday for the Daily Drop-In, and that Daily Drop-In is going to then always be in the podcast form as well. So we'll see you there.
Kick into August. I feel like we're rolling into this.
We're rolling into August. Tomorrow night we got Teach Better Chat, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So be sure to join us there over on Twitter. And I guess we'll see you next week, which Dave is not here next week either, I don't believe. What? Is it next week? I think it's next week. I think I have a special guest next week, so I'll let you know next Wednesday, I guess.
Are you going to ask the rest of your 100 and some questions?
You know, we'll see. Maybe. That's I got they weren't as good, and we got past like the regular ones, and they started getting very specific, like about apps and stuff. So I'm not sure where they go. I'm gonna look more because I'm only at 140 something here. I don't know. Other sports conversation starters that could go either way, depending on who you're chatting with. Ooh, restaurant. That's what we should have got to the restaurant ones. That would have been good.
Well, I would have rocked that.
We'll figure that out. Well, maybe we'll get deep next week. We'll figure it out. I don't know. But either way, appreciate you all jumping in the comments. Hope you have an amazing Wednesday, rest of your weekend or week, and then into the weekend.
Yep.
And Katie, I appreciate you.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
See ya.